Well, I'm here today in the Yahoo Esports studios in Sunnyvale, California, joined by Justin Wong, fresh off of his adventures at NCR this past weekend. Hi, Justin.
Hey, how you doing, Travis?
Very good. So let's talk a little bit about NCR. You ended up placing third at the event. Was that what you were expecting, or kind of walking into that event, what were you thinking?
I was really sad I got third. Well, I was happy and sad because the week before I got ninth at final round, so I barely made. I didn't make top 8, but now this time I got third, and I beaten a lot of good players along the way. But the problem was I could have got higher, but I kind of choked it up.
All right. Why do you think you choked it up?
Against Taquito, who got second place, it was loser finals. I was up 2 games and a round. One more round to just close the deal. And I don't know, the Street Fighter V gods didn't let me have it. Yeah. I missed all my combos. He started adapting better, and pretty much it was GG from there.
Well, with final round the week before, we've now had 2 events that were Street Fighter V events, 2 major events. What do you think of how everything's playing out so far? I know it's just super early days, but any characters that you're seeing that are maybe surprising you, anything that's interesting to you?
Even though the game has been out for just probably a little over 2 months, everyone's just level of play has been, it's like they've been playing for over a year. And I really think it's exciting. There was a lot of character variety. I do believe that at final round, there was 8 different characters played. At NCR, there was the only repeating character was Nash, and that was from Knuckle Dew and Infiltration. But other than that, it's just everyone. There's always a different character. There's not that one character that kind of stands out for everybody, and you see 5 out of 8 spots from that one character. So it's not that. So I really think the game is perfectly balanced at the moment, where almost any character can win at pretty much a big tournament.
Setting aside your own performance at NCR, any other surprises or thoughts on the event?
I thought NCR was a very well-ran event. I think the best thing about NCR was the Pool of Death, which is number 16, where if you did not pre-register for the event, you just get put in this pool. It was the largest pool. I think it had over 50 people compared to a normal 20 people. And there was a lot of good players in there. There was Filipino Champ, Mad Catz Mago, there was Chris T from Southern California, there was Evil Genius K-Brad, and then I guess the surprise that everyone was, there was Marn from Vietnam.
Well, let's talk about Marn. He had, I think, moved away, and people sort of thought he was out of the scene. My understanding was there was a Kickstarter that he did.
It wasn't a Kickstarter. It was pretty much a Twitch stream, and pretty much he had a MS Paint overlay where he made himself, and anytime someone donated, he had to open up MS Paint again and kind of redo the overlay.
All right. So that was his fundraising drive to come here, and then he gets to NCR and gets 4th place, losing to you. What was your expectation based on that? Because I'll tell you, I was missing the event and just looked at Twitter, and suddenly my feed just lights up with all these GIFs and all these people going crazy about his performance. What was your takeaway, especially as his friend as well?
So me and Marn, we've been friends for over 15 years, and we've been playing with each other in fighting games for 15 years. So if there was one demon he had, it would probably be me. I understand Marn just in terms of how he plays, even how he functions in life. What time he goes to sleep, what food does he like, all that type of stuff. I just know. So I can write a biography about him. But I was really surprised at his performance because prior to the week, he stayed over at my place, and he was losing to everybody that came over to the house. And he even tweeted a couple times, yeah, guys, he's not going to do well. He's going to lose, and sorry for wasting all your donations. But other than that, he did the quite complete opposite, where he just proved everyone wrong.
Why do you think he was able to win?
Marn is a very good tournament player. He may not be the best in long sets or casuals, but when there's something on the line, he knows how to fight for it.
I have 2 final big questions for you. Street Fighter V, we're Yahoo Esports. Street Fighter V is up on the top of our site. Is it safe to call Street Fighter V an esport without getting yelled at yet?
I do believe that Street Fighter V is an esports game. Obviously, you have the Capcom Pro Tour. Pretty much, it's a yearly event full of Capcom events for the season finale in the end in December, which is pretty awesome because they've been doing it for over 3 years now. And then also, I just read the other day they have this Street Fighter V Crash in Korea. It's like a TV show, and it's 3v3, and it's one of those things that the more people are just interested into showing Street Fighter V off, and I think the more the better.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that with Street Fighter V coming out this year and this big like competitive gaming esports push that's been happening right now, do you think 2016 is going to be maybe even the biggest year yet for Street Fighter?
Yes, 2016 will be the biggest for Street Fighter just because Evo tweeted recently that they have over 4,000 competitors already, and the most that they had last year for Ultra Street Fighter 4 was 2,000.
Wow.
So it's already doubled, and we're not even in May or June yet. So, and that's when probably more people will register. It might even hit up to 5,000 plus. So that's actually going to be like a really crazy tournament, and I don't know how Evo's going to do it, but I think they will do it, especially when they have the final stage in the Mandalay Bay Theater.
Right.
That's kind of awesome.
That'll be very, very cool. Is there anything that you would like to say to any of your fans out there?
Pretty much, if you guys want to get into competitive fighting game, just show up to your local, show up to tournaments, and best of all, show up to Evo. It's one of those things that you can only experience once, and it's a blast.
Well, thank you, Justin Wong, so much for the interview. I'm Travis Gafford, and this is Yahoo Esports.